Learning Perek Halacha Gimel Hilchos Tshuva. The Rambam begins with V'dovazeh Ika Godel Hu. This is a very mainstay of thought. Hu Amud HaTorah VaMitzvos, and this is what Torah and Mitzvah stands, is the pillar of Torah and Mitzvahs. Shenema, as it says, Reinu Sati Lefonecho, behold, I have placed before you Hayom, today, Es Achayim. We'll go down to the Peirush. In the Peirush we find we're going to be discussing proof from the Torah that there is choice, and the assistance Hashem gives to those who fear Hashem, and He does not take away from them the ability of choice. So as we read the Rambam, the Ika Zeh, Ika Godelu, Amud HaTorah VaMitzvos Shnema, Reinu Sati Lefonecho Hayom Es Achayim, V'es HaToiv, and the good, V'es HaMoves, V'es HaRa, and Chas v'Sholom, death and the opposite of goodness. Of course, it says in Dvarim Yud Aleph, I give before you today blessing and curse. Kloima, this means to say, I'm placing it before you to make the decision. And everything that a person desires to do, from the actions of man he can do. Whether they're good or chas v'sholom, they're roim. Therefore, any nema, it's mentioned in Dvarim 5:26. Mi yitin v'roy levom zelohem. Like when tells Moshe Rabbeinu, when Klal Yisrael was fearful of hearing all the commandments from Hashem, he said, "Who would give that their heart would be continuously that way to fear me?" Kloima, meaning to say that Sheina Boyer Koivim Bnei Odom. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't force us. He seeks out that we do so. He's happy, impressed when we do so. He does not command us to do that. We must do so without choice. Elo liba mosulahem. Every person's own heart is in their own ability or desires. The help from Hashem to his fear does not diminish the ability of choice. Kias Melech cites the Gemara. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Yisrael, who will give that they would always fear me as they did at the time of Sinai? They should have said, Teinato. Yisrael should have said from Hashem, they should give that ability in my heart. He asked a question, according to the Rambam, that Yiros Hashem B'yada Odom, what would help him to ask that Hashem would give it to him, because he has to do it on his own. The Chazon Ish explains the Gemara. We find it in Orach Chaim. Hamokim Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, blessed is He, allows choice to remain in the hands of man. However, if he prays before HaKadosh Baruch Hu to be close, that he should be more close, then his tefillah is heard. And he considers this closeness HaKadosh Baruch Hu does to his creations is created through the prayer, which is an act of man. So it isn't from God's choice. Again, it's man asking for it and being given it. That's why it says they should have said Teinato. They should have prayed that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not that he should give it for free. So according to Chazon Ish, we understand the Rambam, and the choice to fear Hashem is by man's hands. He can pray and he can receive that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give him the ability to fear Hashem. And that does not exclude the possibility of choice in good or bad, because the man chooses to do so. Rambam writes further, and I saw to divide this Yad HaChazoka, this 14, this this work of mine to 14 books. The first one, I will have in it all of the mitzvahs which have to do with the belief in Torah's Moshe. And one of them is what he writes here, that choice is man's. And a person has to understand that. And why doesn't he count it among the 13 principles of faith? Because he only mentions 15 principles. Those principles, they have to do with what a man has to believe. And choice is an action that a person has to do. So the choice is to believe in the 13 ikrim. And once you choose to believe in them, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you assistance. Yeah.